Hello, welcome to this week's Turf Tips. I'm Todd Hicks.
And I'm Joe Rimmelsbach in the Department of Plant Pathology at Ohio State University. So Todd, what are we seeing this week?
This week, weather-wise, it's starting to rain today, just a little bit. Most of the state seems like it's going to get a little wet. Temperature-wise, we're going to stay on the cool side of things, especially at night. Our high-end temperature diseases, we're not going to see too much of those things like brown patch. Anthracnose does seem to be a problem. If you're fighting that disease, remember it's one you need to use the knockout punch. When I say knockout punch, I mean full rates of fungicides. Make sure you're watching your water delivery system. You're getting that product down where it needs to go. Dollar spot remains a threat, especially with these pop-up storms and the weather changing, a little bit of humidity, a little bit of wet weather, and it could be a problem if you slack up on your coverage. But on the disease front with golf, that's about all I'm seeing.
Okay, thanks, Todd. Yeah, I agree with Todd, and I think with these cooler temperatures, we are going to see another kind of special period where it's going to make your job a lot easier to manage turf as far as diseases. What we're seeing sample-wise, we're still getting some samples in with mechanical damage. The turf looks poor on greens, and the leaf blades are tattered and poorly cut, and they mimic maybe diseases or different problems, but it seems to be a mowing problem. So be aware of this, and especially if you do get rain or if your greens are soft, this may increase the severity of this. Also, we're getting a number of what I call the summer mystery diseases. They're just weird brown spots. Many times I cannot find anything specific that I can say is really a bona fide disease. Yeah, maybe I find a little, pythium or leaf spot or different things in the sample, but it's not really the problem. So if you have those, I'll be happy to talk with you about them or look at the samples. Also, I want to reiterate what Todd said about fungicides. I had several conversations this week with people, and it's very important to really think through where, if you have a disease, where you want that fungicide to be placed. If you have a crown disease, something like summer patch or anthracnose, you've got to get the product down to the base, and that usually requires high volumes of water. We usually recommend a minimum of 4 gallons per 1,000 square feet. And so if you want to put in a contact, though, with that, something like a chlorothalonil, a 4, some type of, these new contact materials, remember those you don't want to wash off the leaf blade, you want them to stick on the leaf blade. So just think things through when you're working with those things. On the lawn side, it's been a little bit quiet. We had a few more cases of Poa trivialis turning purple or brown because of the heat, but with cooler temperatures that should subside. Disease-wise, if you would be wet, you may have brown patch, especially on tall fescues, but again with cooler temperatures that should be a low possibility and a low infection. If you're running dry with bluegrass and the ryegrass turf, you may have dollar spot, especially these moderate temperatures would be very conducive for that disease. So, and if you're diagnosing things, again, I just want to reiterate, don't forget to look at the crown and look at the roots. They aren't easy to look at, but it's very important for a complete diagnosis. So that's all we have for this week. So enjoy your week, and again, we'd like to see you in a couple weeks at our field days here in Columbus. Take care.